I'm Christopher Zweig in Boulder, Colorado, giving you some new movies starring Halle Bailey, Keanu Reeves, and Bob Odenkirk. Let's take a look.
Our first movie is You, Me, and Tuscany, a rom-com that almost plays like While You Were Sleeping, except it stars Halle Bailey as a house sitter and would-be chef named Anna, who loses her job and meets a handsome Italian man named Matteo, played by Lorenzo De Moor, who invites her to his hotel room and tells her about his villa in Tuscany, which he barely uses. So, using the plane ticket her deceased mother left her and whatever money she has left, she travels to Italy, but when all the hotels are booked for an annual event, she decides to crash at his villa. She puts on an engagement ring that he keeps in his drawer, and when Matteo's mother and grandmother come by the house to clean it and call the police on her, they come to the conclusion that she's marrying him. So she goes along with the lie and ends up falling for his cousin and adopted brother from England, played by Rege-Jean, who also has a family vineyard. And as the trailers promise, Matteo comes back to the villa and asks her what she's doing there, but he ends up going along with the lie because of how happy she has made his family and how he has become the estranged one. You, Me, and Tuscany is predictable in its choice of comedy, but it does have great taste in Italian cuisine, and it's cute enough for my taste. It's not a timeless rom-com, but it works especially when Bailey goes for that Sandra Bullock appeal, and when Paige continues to charm us, so see it. Our next movie is The Stranger, the latest film from French filmmaker Francois Ozon, who tells the story of an indifferent young man with a recently departed mother and a girlfriend, both of whom he can't express emotions for. The time and place is 1930s French Algeria, and Benjamin Voisin plays the main protagonist named Mirsol. Based on Albert Camus's novel, the movie opens with Mirsol being in prison for killing an Arab, centers with him shooting him on the beach, and continues with the trial of his life. His ennui greatly affects the court, so don't expect any Jimmy Stewart or Gary Cooper speeches. The Stranger isn't always in focus with the supporting characters as much as the main protagonist, but it's still a worthy entry in Ozon's filmography. The black and white images set the moody ambiance of the character and the emotional people around him, and you start to feel some classic cinema vibes within. Voisin is great as the main protagonist who doesn't care what happens to him, and I don't even think he cares about my positive review here, so see it. Next up, Hamlet, another one of those modern-day versions of Shakespeare's tragedy spoken in its intended language. You know the story about how Hamlet's father was murdered by his uncle Claudius, who also married his mother Gertrude and took the throne, and you also know how his father's ghost told him who the true culprit was and how he vowed revenge against his uncle. It's set within a South Asian Hindu family in London and has Riz Ahmed playing the tragic hero, Art Malik as his uncle, Shiva Chaha as his mother, Morfydd Clark as his love Ophelia, Timothy Spall is the conniving Polonius, and Joe Alwyn is his son Laertes. This version of Hamlet, directed by Anil Karia and written by Michael Leslie, has a riveting look with the Hindu temples, wedding, and nighttime sequences, and it has great acting from Ahmed, who also produced this, and Malik, but it doesn't have the ability to really draw us into this reality. It needs to do more than have the characters speak in the Shakespearean language and look so melancholy. It has to fully commit itself to the tragedy in order to completely show us a new version of it. It was close, but I say skip it. Next up, Outcome, Jonah Hill's latest directing job, which plays like an ill-conceived Hollywood satire. Keanu Reeves plays a celebrated actor named Reef Hawk who finds out from his crisis lawyer, played by a barely recognizable Hill with his Joe Pantoliano look, about an uploaded video from his past and what appears to be some kind of an extortion scheme or cancel culture, and he advises the actor to make right with the people he has wronged. It could be anyone, his ex-manager Martin Scorsese, his new neighbor David Spade, or even his Real Housewives star mother Susan Lucci. We also get Cameron Diaz and Matt Bomer playing his friends who are barely seen with anyone else besides him, like they're imaginary friends or something, and they try to convince Reef that he's a good person. Outcome is so bright and colorful that I think the ocean views look fake in this movie. It almost feels like one of those trailers on the Apple TV series The Studio. Now, Jonah Hill has proven himself to be a fun actor and filmmaker, and Keanu Reeves is ageless with plenty of appeal, but their film seems to be going through the motions and the comedic dialogue feels like it was written by aliens. Instead of watching this on Apple TV, you'd be better off seeing Jake Kelly on Netflix, which also has a celebrated actor at the crossroads in his life. That was a charming movie, this one is a cynical one, so skip it. And our last movie is Normal, an action movie which opens next week and is definitely something to look forward to. Bob Odenkirk plays a newly appointed sheriff in the fictional town of Normal, Minnesota, who receives a call about a bank robbery but finds out about a criminal organization within the town. The robbers, played by Rena Jolly and Brendan Fletcher, are stunned to find out about that and end up being the good guys, while the mayor Henry Winkler, cops, and almost everyone in town are the bad guys, all of whom are associated with a Japanese mobster who has his gold locked in their bank. A blizzard and blackout hit the town, which helps make the fights and escapes dangerous, and we also get Lena Headey as the bartender and one of the killers, and the only good person is the last sheriff's daughter, played by Jess McLeod, who actually has morality. Odenkirk wrote the script with his fellow Nobody collaborator Derek Lostad, while Ben Wheatley directs, and Normal almost feels like a Nobody sequel directed by Quentin Tarantino. It has a lot of stylized action with 60s and 70s music playing, and the blood and gore surprising you. It's not a top-notch screenplay, especially when some major bad guys have to be killed on the spot, but it works because of how Odenkirk plays the lead with his own mannerisms and how much energy and consistency there is when it comes to the hero finding out that his new town is rigged. This is a lot of fun, so see it. Recapping this week's new movies: thumbs up for You, Me, and Tuscany, thumbs up for The Stranger, thumbs down for Hamlet, thumbs down for Outcome, and thumbs up for Normal.
Well, those are the new movies I'm reviewing this week in Boulder, Colorado, and on CJ at the Movies. I'm Christopher Zweig. Stay safe, and I'll see you at the movies.